Cobaia 1273. A canalização do espírito começará em breve. Até lá você deve se acalmar e aguardar mais instruções. Ih, a gente tá sabendo o passado do Alphen.
After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again.
Carregamento de energia astral quase concluído. Potência estável em espera.
Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
Então ele é renando mesmo. Ele é renando. Danianos não conseguem descobrir onde ir sozinhos, não é? São tão idiotas que acabam perdidos num lugar minúsculo desse. Você tem um trabalho a fazer, então vá lá e faça. Já de volta pro seu posto. Não, ele não é renando. Achei que ele fosse renando, mas não é não. A donzela deve manter tudo sob controle. Você só precisa se concentrar e não perder o foco durante a cerimônia. Se quiser voltar ao seu lar, é melhor se dedicar à tarefa. Número 1273. Ah, então ele não é... Ele é daniano mesmo. Sendo bem sincero, eu estava bem preocupada se você não estivesse funcionando. Quem sabe o que teríamos feito? É a primeira vez que conseguimos preparar um soberano e uma donzela para a cerimônia final. Mas ver como você aguentou tudo até aqui serviu para me acalmar. Ih, rapaz. Eu não tô entendendo. Eu tô muito confuso. Cobaia número 273, você não tem autorização para entrar nessa sala. Volte ao seu posto e aguarde o início da cerimônia. É essa a cobaia, senhora? Nossa, até parece com a gente. Por fora talvez, por dentro é tão selvagem quanto o resto. Não se esqueceu do meu aviso de antes? Esqueceu? Não, senhora, nada de tocar na cobaia, certo? Você não pode passar daqui, Daniano. Seja paciente e aguarde o término dos preparativos para a cerimônia. Então ele é Daniano mesmo. Então eu estava errado. Ele só tá num lugar... Mas ele tá num lugar renando. Com certeza. O papai não volta para casa faz um tempo, então eu decidi vir visitar ele. Mas eles não me deixam entrar mais, não é justo. Tomara que ele termine o trabalho logo para poder me ver. De acordo com as estatísticas, o sexo biológico das cobaias quase não influencia a probabilidade de sucesso. É Shione? Não, não é Shione. Não sei quem botou na cabeça deles que seria bom te chamar de soberano. Afinal, você não passa de uma cobaia. Seu único valor é a sua aptidão física para a tarefa. Pensamentos e sentimentos são irrelevantes. Uma cobaia daniana como nosso soberano é... Você deve desempenhar seu papel sem perecer como os outros, entendido? O coletor que instalamos em Dana está funcionando conforme esperado. Recolhemos energia astral e transmitido tudo para o Lennox. Passei muito tempo de olho em tudo, mas logo que o trabalho terminará eu poderei voltar para minha feirinha. Ela está aqui do lado esperando. Mais um que se vai. Lembre-se do número 1273. Você é o único sucesso. Não desperdice todo o nosso trabalho e pesquisa custe o que custar. Caramba, velho. Eu tô... Ele é um experimento, beleza. Mas de quê? Ah, é você, número 1273. Ou deveria dizer soberano. Você mal sabe quanto tempo e esforço tivemos que investir para criar você, nosso único sucesso. Não podemos arriscar perdê-lo por conta de um ferimento a esta altura.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead.
É.
What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room.
Tá, vou voltar pro meu quarto. Eu falei com todo mundo, né? Tem alguém aqui. Chegou a hora, Alphen. Até que enfim vai rolar então. Sim, coloque o traje e me encontre à frente ao dispositivo de transferência. Depois do procedimento você finalmente vai poder voltar pra casa. Tomara. Desculpe por ter envolvido você nisso tudo. Não é culpa sua, né? Vamos só fazer o que a gente tem que fazer e acabar logo com isso. Certo.
I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Animação.
Alphen.
Yori.
Naori. Tá, não é a Shione. É a mulher que ele teve a visão quando ele lembrou do nome dele, né? Eita!
Alphen. Live for me.
Acho que é isso que ele lembrou, né? Ah, ela vai pôr a máscara nele.
Yori. No!
E aí ele esquece de tudo. Mas o que ele fez exatamente? Isso que eu não entendi.
Wait,
Hã?
What was that?
Excelente pergunta.
That... How long ago was that?
Se você envelhece como uma pessoa normal, não foi muito tempo.
That's right. Shion.
Nossa, ele tá todo ferrado.
Right. That's what pain felt like.
Exatamente.
So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone?
Essa é a minha principal dúvida. Mas você aguenta ainda? Não, ela tá indo embora. Sem a Shione a espada não funciona, né?
I need to find them. Better start looking.
É estranho ver ele sem máscara depois de tanto tempo. O grupo se separou. Núcleo Mestre do Vento. Ah, sim. Virar level 30 agora. Tá, ele não sabe onde está. Nossa, depois de tanto tempo é estranho ver ele sem máscara.
Naori. Shion. Ai.
Perdeu as duas, né? Complicado. Eita! Putz, essa hora não é boa, mano. É, sem a espada de fogo eu vou fazer o que quando minha barra encher? Nossa, nada, é isso que eu vou fazer. Saca esse bicho, hein? Não tô evitando usar item porque eu tenho pouco. Caraca, não.
You picked the wrong fight. You're mine. Pierce. Megasonic thrust. You're mine. It's over. Crush. Eternal devastation. You're mine. Blow away. You're mine. You're finished. Crush. You're mine. It's over.
Com um só é mais fácil.
You're mine. It's over. Raining slash. Blow away. Take this. It's over. Here I come. Here I come. It's over.
Saco, meu.
There. It's over. It's on.
Pronto. Ele deve ser todo quebrado, mano.
Alphen?
Ih, Rina. E o Dorlin?
Finwell.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Tá? Tem certeza?
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Bora.
Finwell. Where are we?
Ganith Harrows, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Voron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little
Lógico que não, né?
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
Ele sabe o que tá rolando. Vamos lá, do rolê. Tá, né? Só deu pra fazer um.
I think Huro senses an owl around here.
Caramba, mano, que loucura, né? Ah, na região, não era por perto. Bom, eu tenho o Dohalim que cura, pelo menos, agora.
No further!
I'm not done!
Here!
Raining fire!
Everlasting
Blew
darkness!
away!
Negative gate! Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite! You're finished!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy Glimmer! Holy land!
Heal! You're mine! You're finished!
On
Eternal devastation!
Supernova! Raging Cascade! Breath! Dance in the wind!
You're mine!
Boa.
Here!
It's over!
I'll be saving this now!
Show me! In an instant! Impact block!
É, isso não fez diferença, né?
Looks like we won.
A coruja ali.
Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh?
Tá
The
cansado,
whole
né?
town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions.
Justo.
Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
É isso
Probably.
aí.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
Ele não pula.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Ele não aguenta o peso da armadura, será? Ele não corre. E a música é bastante dramática.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Tá, tem uma coruja por aqui. Que Sarilon.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
O Dovalin sabia, né?
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did.
Certo.
Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but
Certo.
only I survived.
Ele é um experimento,
But
ok?
of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the blazing sword, the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
Excelente pergunta.
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori.
Ela era parecida de fato.
She was a Renin maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
Não é a Shion, olha aí.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Elas são da mesma família.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt.
Então foi ele que
After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
O que que
Perhaps
rolou?
it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through.
Ele não tava no
By the
controle.
time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping.
Ele não sabe se foi ele então.
I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
É outra pessoa, né?
In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renin invasion of Dana.
Oh, calma
More than
aí.
300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
Como?
That's right. Pretty much an antique of a human being.
Como?
Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then when I finally remember,
Mudou, né?
turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me.
É bizarro. É bizarríssimo.
So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Sim. Isso sim.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
Justo.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Ele fez muita coisa pra muita gente, né? Tudo bem. Ele tem um passado sombrio, mas pra essas pessoas aí, esses 4 e a Shion, ele fez muito, né? O grupo se separou.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Kistling. Vamos ver que a gente tá vendo um monte de árvore diferente, eu não reconheço nenhuma. Será que um dia a gente consegue voltar pra Máscara? Ah, esse é o pessoal que caiu do navio. O cara me entrei no lugar sem querer. Essa aldeia foi fundada pelos sobreviventes que escaparam do regime em Pelegião. Eles fugiram em busca de uma vida melhor, longe do jugo dos renanos, e acabaram se estabelecendo aqui. Há anos que não chegam novos desertores. Nem me lembro mais há quanto tempo faz exatamente. Às vezes eu me pergunto o que pode ter acontecido para o fluxo de gente vindo pra cá ter parado. Vocês são forasteiros? Nunca vi ninguém que fosse desse reino. E o vovô falou pra gente não falar com gente como você porque você é malvado e dá medo. Um dos motivos que fazem esse lugar ser perfeito para se esconder são as montanhas ao nosso redor. Elas protegem a gente do olhar dos renanos. É só uma caverna, né? Tem muitos NPCs aqui. Volto aqui. Eu tava vendo se eu achava uma coruja. Eu não tô ouvindo nem ela. Ah, agora ele tá pulando. Era só naquela parte doida mesmo. O link tá aqui, eu só não tô vendo o que precisava. Ela que tá ali na frente, tá. Eu vou salvar e... E aí eu continuo. Tá, eu vou deixar pra falar com a Kisara no final, que eu acho que ela é quem vai ditar a história.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me.
Até pra ele mesmo.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign?
Isso
More to
ele
the
não
point,
sabe também, né?
why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the Sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet,
Ela é o
I've never even
contrário.
heard of her.
Eita.
Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Ah,
Speaking
complicado.
of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they call it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3
Com
centuries is
certeza.
more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
É estranho ver ele sem máscara agora. Eu tinha acostumado com o rosto dele. Deveríamos estar pensando no que precisa ser feito. Deixar a Kizara por último. O Inuel. Eu procurei o Barravalho em tudo quanto foi enquanto, mas não encontrei ele não. Mas que droga, porque ele tinha que ser o único a afundar com o navio. Eita, aquele cara morreu, coitado.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
É,
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you
See?
the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well,
faz
see
sentido.
what I'm like.
Faz sentido porque ele formou
It's
a
strange. When I think
personalidade,
about
né?
Lenegis,
Sem lembrar
it
de
still
nada.
feels like it was only a year or 2 ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
Pois
What about
é,
your
que louco,
hometown?
né?
Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone.
Sim.
Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Esses aí já era.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me.
É
I
verdade,
used to
hein?
curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Engasguei.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who
Pera
can
aí que eu
predict
já
what the
volto.
future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering,
Pronto.
just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, should I hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever
deve
she is.
mesmo.
Yeah,
Você
you're
não
right.
Nossa,
Let's
ela
get
não
going.
encosta em ninguém, nem nele mais. Kisara tá aqui na frente, do rolinho que eu falei. Vai por mim, é muito difícil não ter ninguém. Deixa eu ver que tem um negócio aqui, ó. Tá ouvindo?
Eu estou ouvindo muito bem. Mas quero saber se você está me ouvindo.
Tô.
Muito baixo ou normal?
Normal. Ok, eu peguei isso aqui. Tem um baúzinho aqui. Vou ver o que é. São 2 baús. Poção de vida, eu achei que era pedra, era baú isso aqui. 4 poção de vida. Eu não sei o quanto isso é bom não. Você é um dos refugiados da Legião. Eu tenho um aviso para te dar então. Nossa aldeia é secreta, por segurança de todo mundo. Vocês não podem fazer absolutamente nada para atrair a atenção dos renanos, entendeu? Justo. Ai, que saco, mano. Engasguei com água. Achei a coruja. Nossa, eu tenho que entregar esse livro e esses negócios das corujas, mano.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Xion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like
É
me.
verdade.
Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you.
Não mesmo.
Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Xion.
Não, de
I
fato.
guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere too?
É, não sei.
Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Xion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Xion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me?
É, então é isso que eu tô falando.
That's
Ele
the guy I was proud to
formou,
follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
ele formou uma personalidade que
No, I'm
é
serious.
diferente,
What's
né?
gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Xion or not?
Eu queria poder responder isso.
What's
Eu
it gonna be,
diria que
Alphen?
sim.
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Boa.
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen,
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Xion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
he could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Essa conversa foi muito boa pro Alphen, porque ele tava muito... Eu acredito em você, Alphen. Ele, não é que ele tava mudado, mas tipo assim, ele mudou quando ele usou a máscara e esqueceu de tudo. Só que ele parou de ser aquele Alphen, ele virou outra pessoa. Vai demorar um pouco até eu recuperar tudo de novo. Vamos lá. Kizara.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up.
Eles são selvagens,
Feel
desgarrados.
like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
Excelente pergunta.
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana.
Então, mas por quê? Ele teve um
She stayed
apagão,
behind
né?
on Lenegis to help any of
Será
her
que foi
people
ele
who
mesmo?
survived.
Ou alguém
I owe
controlou
her
ele
more
pra
than
fazer?
words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several
mudar não
centuries
dá, né?
ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
Não.
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both
isso,
of
né?
us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No,
Ele tá
you're
virando
wrong.
outra pessoa.
Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time?
Excelente
Go on,
pergunta.
ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Deu uma mudada na cabeça dele,
Back
né?
to the inn, I guess.
O litoral mais adiante está infestado de zilgos, isso não vou impedir vocês de ir lá, mas não traga nenhum de volta pra aldeia, viu? É justo.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll
Vamos
be
travar
house
eles, né?
I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you
Que
fight?
ótimo, né?
No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Boa, despertou.
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Agora tem que ver se acordou mesmo, né?
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the
Ah,
village.
lá de cima.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come.
Caramba! Não parece uns bichos muito fáceis não, mas vamos lá.
Can't let even a single one through.
There's a firm no-zoogle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Oh, o do Halim não tá entrando nessa luta, eu esqueci de ver isso.
It's over.
confiscated.
Here I come. It's almost too strong.
Then split it open!
Be my guest. It's over.
Eu gosto do Halim, ele cura.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me! Eat this! Knock it down! Rip and tear! Here goes! Down to pieces! Attack time!
Here I come. Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Not a chance. The enemy will on too. You picked the wrong fight. You'll pay for that.
Aí, ó, esse é o problema.
Take this. Lightning thrust.
Air thrust! Not in your dreams! Now!
Look sharp.
De novo.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Illuminate
Not a
the
chance.
dark!
You're
Holy
finished.
glimmer! Unguard!
You're
Holy
mine.
lid!
Tiger Blade! These fists have got your name on them!
You're finished.
Here goes! Raging cascade!
Megasonic thrust.
Sleep now!
Looks like the charge is
No escape. You're finished.
Lightning
Take
attack!
this.
Too much to handle?
Attack time!
Holy glimmer!
Boa.
Now!
Look sharp.
De novo.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Tinha que ter colocado do Halim porque ele tem cura. Onde faz falta.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Cara, com certeza.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, This limb kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs.
Uhum.
Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Aí sim, ó.
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought.
Uhum.
But not anymore.
Isso aí.
Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
Então é o mesmo Alphen. Ele voltou a ser o mesmo Alphen.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion. Then we defeat Voron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Ok.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Sem espada de fogo mesmo, então, né? Cara, eu vou ter que voltar com esses